my goodness, here we go. Here we go again on Postcards in the key of A. When you're down and you're blue and you don't know what to do, just write a postcard. When you're feeling fine and there's something on your mind, just write a postcard. Don't you know Grandma loves this show? She listens every time. You don't need a reason, you don't need a rhyme to write a postcard to P.O. Box 12522. Just write a postcard. 04098. Just write a postcard to Westbrook, Maine, 'cause Grandma loves this show. All right. Well, welcome to Postcards, everybody. I'm your host, Jenny Van West. I'm coming to you live from the Postcard Studio, where it's always 70 and sunny, and today's no different. I'm looking out the window. It's been kind of warm, but we're about to get a big old storm again, and then it's going to freeze. It's going to rain, it's going to snow, it's going to sleet, and it's going to freeze. It's going to be a big old mess, and looking forward to not having to go out in that tomorrow. But in the meantime, you can write to us, P.O. Box 1252, Westbrook, Maine, 04098. It's in the song. Just memorize the song, sing it to yourself around the house till you have time to put a stamp on that thing, and then just send it off to us. We'll read it on Mondays and celebrate you, put you on the wall of love here in the Postcard Studio. We have a very, very special guest today. Side Pony is joining us from Nashville. That's Caitlin Cannon and Alice Wallace, a dynamic duo and just a powerhouse of a duo coming in from Nashville. They'll be joining us in just a second. I want to tell you about one thing that's coming up on Sunday that Side Pony's a part of, and I'm also a part of, and a whole mess of other people. Some just absolutely fantastic people are a part of the Magnolia Roads Virtual Festival. It's called Round the Sun Again, and it's going to be on Facebook. That's a little bit of a long address. Let me give you a different one. Here we go. It's going to be this Sunday, February 6th, 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 3 o'clock Nashville o'clock, 1 o'clock on the Pacific, all the other wonderful and very important time zones around the place. It's going to be on the Magnolia Roads Facebook page. It's going to be streaming for free. It's a fundraiser for Tex Chromosome, which is another amazing outfit down in Austin, Texas, run by Penny Jo Pullis and a bunch of other great ladies, including Emily's a part of that too. Raising money for Tex Chromosome, lifting women's voices, okay? So come join us on Sunday. I'll be in the chat room just clapping for everybody and cheering everybody on and having a fabulous time. It's really a good time. And if you can't get out to hear live music right now because of, whatnot, Omicron, etc. Morning, Toby Simmons. Back at you. Just be there or be square on Sunday. So let's take a look here and see if we can find Side Pony. And they're somewhere in the green room. We're going to get Greta to bring them in. Hey, Greta. Can you bring Side Pony in? Oh, well, there you are.
You're like, what?
We're not ready.
You're not ready. Oh, okay. You want to go back out?
No, I'm just kidding.
Good morning.
We're ready now.
Hi.
Morning. How you doing?
I was just sharing the live streams to make sure everybody tunes in out there in
All
the
right.
virtual world.
All right. Well, thank you so
for my
much for
coffee.
being here. Thanks for being here this morning on this lovely. How's the weather down there?
It's been raining for days.
Yeah.
Raining
I know
for days.
because
Wow.
I just moved a 5-bedroom house into a 10 by 15 storage unit in the rain. So I know exactly how long it's been raining.
And I helped.
It's been days.
Oh my God, it sounds like a very big job. So congratulations on. I'm not sure how a person does that, but you did it, and clearly you had good help. So
I did, and it's interesting. Like you don't really know. I don't think you know how big a job is until you're in the middle of it. At least Alice does, because she likes to research things and troubleshoot all of the problems beforehand. I'd rather just get out there and then find out that, I don't have any shoes in a snowstorm. That's more how I roll. It's just,
oh my God.
adventurous.
Yeah, I'm just picturing you in your flip-flops. Well, listen, you got a song lined up that you'd like to let's just get to it, and then we'll chat a little more after.
Yeah.
Let's do
All
that.
right, let's do that.
Okay.
races have been called off. All the clocks have been stopped. Every contest is a wash. And all the meetings are postponed. All the outcomes are unknown. And everyone's alone. Nobody's getting ahead. Nobody's missing out. We're no better than anyone else right here in the right now. Have you ever prayed for your whole life to change? Well, this could be your lucky break. Hey. All the wheels have fallen off. The sky fell and the ground opened up, but it couldn't swallow all of us. Don't know when the dust will clear, but what's a few months or a year to fix what's really broken here? Nobody's getting ahead. Nobody's missing out. We're no better than anyone else right here in the right now. Have you ever prayed for your whole life to change? Well, this could be your lucky break. No one asked if you were ready to let go, but if you aim for rock bottom, maybe you'll strike gold. While nobody's getting ahead, nobody's missing out. We're no better than anyone else right here in the right now. Have you ever prayed for the whole world to change? Well, this could be your lucky break. Hey, hey.
Holy moly. Wow. I am captivated already. I was already a big fan before I even heard you, but now it's just over the top. Thanks. So if you're just joining us, we are here with the very wonderful duo Side Pony, Alice Wallace and Caitlin Cannon, coming to us from Nashville, Tennessee. Damn, girls, that's all I got to say. That's all I got to say.
Too, Jane.
Yeah, wow. To the, I have chills. I'm super excited. There's nothing like hearing two well-matched voices, two people who clearly like each other, two people who have that kind of...
Is it clear?
It's clear. It's clear. And the other thing
We
is,
just cracked our heads together.
and getting along is no small thing. I've been in duos before. It doesn't always work out that way. Sometimes you got a thing or two, but it's like I'm just so excited that you are. So tell us. I want to go. Maybe dig back in a little bit. How'd y'all meet in the beginning? How did y'all know each other, and then how did you come to form a duo together?
I know. It's become a story of lore.
Everybody wants to know.
I mean, we met a few years ago. I wasn't living in Nashville at that point. I was in town for Americana Fest, and we both ended up at a writer's round at Belcourt Taps in Nashville. And she was living part-time in Nashville, writing tons of songs. And we just started chatting at the bar. And I always like to point out, even though I like to point out that she leaned over me at the bar and ordered a club soda with a splash of sugar-free Red Bull. And I just couldn't help but be like, what kind of woman orders that drink? And then I had to find out.
I had a very clean diet at the time. And,
except for the Red Bull part.
Yeah, what I was doing, that was like how I was being bad.
A little bit of sugar-free Red Bull.
Yeah, now I'm just into the straight up sugar, caffeine, and hard drugs. But
That's a story for next time. Okay, next time you're on the show, we'll go down that route. Okay, what you drinking, Caitlin? So that's really cool. And then you said during the pandemic, there was like a gelling of what's become Side Pony. Can you tell us a little bit about that process?
And I mean, like, after that first night we met, she invited me over to write a song the next day, because that's what, and I didn't really ever co-write. So to me, it was like, I wasn't used to the whole Nashville just like meet and write a song
Nashville,
kind
hello.
of thing.
And I was actually like in Nashville 2 weeks, back in Durango every 2 weeks, and I would come to Nashville and I would just write as much as I could. And then I'd go back to Durango and I'd cut as much hair as I could so that I could come back to Nashville and spend all the money. And
Nice.
And so when I probably wouldn't have had the gumption to just ask Alice if she would come over and write a song with me the next day. But at that point, I was asking anyone.
And I was anyone at that point.
Anybody.
So what was the first song you wrote?
It was, maybe we should do that now that we're talking about it.
We might have to. We wrote a song called Pressin' My Luck, and we were both just sort of, at least I think we didn't talk about it that much at the time, but we were just both like, wow, that's a really good song. Like, and it's very rare for like a random, first co-write where you barely know the person, and then suddenly you both come away with this song that you're like, I would sing this every day. Like, I love this song.
Yeah.
And that was sort of the start of what we started building on there.
Yeah. Well, would you, if it's still in circulation, can you play it? Love to hear it.
Absolutely. Why don't we do it?
right.
Because it's on our new album. Like, we loved it so much, it made it onto to our album.
New album, Lucky Break, out now. Are you now? I'm going to tell you that I'm not Terry Gross, so I didn't go digging so hard that I know absolutely everything about your life. However, can you tell us where it's available and in what formats? Is it all digital, or have you got CDs to sell?
No, we've
or
got
LPs?
CDs, and we're gonna have vinyl very soon.
Excellent.
We just haven't figured out the exact release date for vinyl, but it's going to be in the next month. So we
Sweet.
pressed vinyl.
Excellent.
And and then CDs and all the digital platforms too. Yeah.
We're going
Okay,
to
I'm
be
gonna be buying that.
releasing a new music video along with our new YouTube channel.
YouTube channel. Okay,
Which
well,
is
you're
actually our old YouTube channel, but it's going to have a new
it's been
name.
gussied up. Okay.
Yeah, because
All right.
we have 100 subscribers. Because sometimes we
made.
post
Nice.
comedy. So, it's
Oh,
like
there's a
full
comedy
vaudeville
thing?
show.
Okay. There's clearly a lot to talk about. You better sing your song before we start talking about comedy,
point.
because I want to hear about that.
Okay, let's do
All
the
right.
song that started it all.
Side Pony here on Postcards.
A little bit late is still almost on time. So I'm going 80 in a 55. Grinding the gears till I burn out the clutch. I'm always pressing my luck. Half of the truth's not completely a lie. Harmless excuses, little white alibis. Ignoring the warning I feel in my gut. I'm always pressing my luck. Playing with fate, pushing the limit. Testing the water that could boil any minute. Spinning the barrel with one bullet in it. I'm always pressing my luck. Sometimes I don't know how I justify the things I say, looking you right in the eye. I know your forgiveness has limits, my love, but I can't help pressing my love. Playing with fate, pushing the limit, testing the water that could boil any minute. spinning the barrel with one bullet in it. I'm always pressing my luck. The one thing I know that would break me apart is having you hate me when I break your heart. If that doesn't change me, I must be crazy. Playing with fate, pushing the limit, testing the water that could boil any minute, spinning the barrel with one bullet in it. I'm always pressing my luck. I'm always pressing my luck. A little bit late is still almost on.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm just loving this. You know, thank you. Well, okay, so let's get this straight. You met in a bar because of Caitlin's interesting choice of drinks. You got together the next day. You wrote that song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you were off and running. That was the beginning of this whole thing. And that was, when exactly was that? Was that 2020 or 2021?
No, it was like 2018, I think we figured
Okay,
out.
2018. All right. Wow.
So then we just sort of stayed in touch, and we would like write virtually occasionally, you know, every few months or something. She came out to California at one point, and we sang that song on stage together for the first time.
That was
and
the first time we sang together.
Right.
I had
Yeah.
a show at Bar Lubitsch, and I was like, Alice, come. And I just put the guitar in her hand because, you know, I wanted to do
That's a smart thing to do.
Yeah, actually. I was like, oh, she'll kill this. And I can sing. I can be Alice Wallace's backup singer because that's really what I wanted to do. That's really all I wanted to do
Isn't that
whole
funny?
night. was
Isn't
just
that
be her.
funny?
Yeah, and it worked.
Yeah. You know, one thing that comes to mind when I listen to you sing is the Delmore Brothers. I don't know if you're familiar with their
Interesting.
thing. So, and the reason being is because of you know, you do have you are both excellent lead vocalists as well as excellent support vocalists, and that's a rare combination. And then you are able to create this blend that feels like yet another voice, not different, not like a no boundaries kind of a thing. You're very clearly two people. I can see that. You know, it's just that, but you know, that blend of voices that you just carry through a whole song. I mean, I could listen to it all day. So anyway, if you're just joining us, we're talking to Side Pony here on Postcards, and I am happier than it's more fun than a box of kittens. Let me just say that. You know, not everybody's been to Nashville. But one thing that you described is that, you know, I've only been down a couple of times. I've never lived in Nashville. I've only had the pleasure of being down maybe 4 or 5 times. And but one of the things that's really evident coming down there is the place is awash in creativity. It's also awash in ambition and a few other things, right? But like the creativity, the just like it's everywhere. Is that your experience as well?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
I think that what's notable about Nashville is that you can walk into any bar at, you know, 11 p.m. at night, and even if no one's in there, you're going to be seeing great music, you know. And I've lived in all the cities, and it's a little bit different because, like, if anyone's like, come to my show, you know, like you used to have to do so much promoting, and you do have to do that here, but the vibe is a little different. Like, when we would go out in the, you know, New York or whatever, sometimes you're just kind of going to support someone, and it might not be, you know, that it might still be finding its creative, you know, actualization. Whereas in Nashville, everybody is just a 10, like every time you walk in. And so there's something really magical about it. It feels really authentic.
Yeah.
And it also still feels like it's a little bit of a secret, unfortunately, because, you know, you've got all these amazing, accomplished musicians playing in rooms to still 5 people. Granted, there was a pandemic.
That's true. That had an impact even on Nashville, especially on Nashville, I imagine. There's a whole story in and of itself right there. So Well, I just don't want to. I don't want to wait anymore. You got another one?
Yeah, for
I feel
anyone
like
who's
it's
in Nashville.
Christmas. I'm like, you have another song?
I know. We do enjoy singing. I mean, that's why we decided to form a band. And we love these songs so much. I mean, that was the other reason we decided to form a band, because we didn't want to have to fight over who got to record these songs. And we love singing them
easier.
together so much that we're just
Yeah.
like, well, I guess we're going to do this.
Okay. And while you're getting your capo on there and so forth, let me ask you a question about that, which is that I actually don't know. Is all the material on your new record? Is it mostly co-writes?
It's all co-writes. Yeah.
It's
All
all
us.
co-writes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay,
Yeah.
people, get in line for the vinyl. That's what I'm doing. Or just run over to Spotify and join the whole mess of listeners over there. Whatever you got to do, just run, don't walk. Over to Side Pony. That's what I got to say. So what you got lined up
Absolutely.
next? What's the next one?
You want to do Old Woman?
We'll do Old Woman.
All right.
Yeah, so this is a song. It's called Old Woman, and why don't we just let it speak for itself?
We can do that.
Side Pony here on Postcards.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
When I'm an old woman, I'll fall in love. Exactly the kind that I've always dreamed of. May not have our whole lives ahead of us, but whatever we have will be more than enough. He'll hold my hand when we walk down the street. He'll stop in the shop to buy me an ice cream. It'll be all the more thoughtful and sweet when he struggles to get up and give me his seat. When I'm an old man, I'll finally stop looking. When looking good doesn't mean much. Once I've been made patient from a whole life of waiting, and I'm an old woman, I'll fall in love. We'll watch the sunset from the swing on the porch of a house we don't gotta pay off anymore. May not have little ones running around, but we'll have our hands full with our tired old hound. When I'm an old man, I'll finally stop looking. When looking good doesn't mean much. Once I've been made patient from a whole life of waiting, and I'm an old woman, I'll fall in love. I've got a date on the weekend when I go to meet him. History tells me not to expect much, but if he's good to me like my old man will be, maybe we'll start our old lives when we're young. Or I'll be an old woman when I fall in love. When I'm an old man, I'll finally stop looking. When looking good doesn't mean much. Once I've been made patient from a whole life of waiting, and I'm an old woman, I'll fall in love. When I'm an old woman, I'll fall in love.
More goodness here from Side Pony here on Postcards. Oh my God, what a joy! What a joy just listening. You know what I did? I just muted myself. I did a full screen on y'all, and I just sat back and listened and took it in. And if y'all are enjoying this, I recommend you keep in touch with these people because they're going to go places, and it could be a place near you. And you don't want to miss
going
this.
places very soon.
Yeah, so tell us
We
what's
just
up.
got back from some places, and now
Tell
we're
us.
going again.
Okay.
I know.
That sounds
because
good. Tell us about it. Tell us what's up.
We're hoping, that the world is going to let us travel again, which it seems like it's looking optimistic. So we are booking our year real tight. I think we're going to be home like 3 weeks in the next 6 months. So
Yeah.
Next, we're going up the East Coast. So we're going. Where do we stop first?
we're doing some Ohio shows, Columbus, just outside of Cincinnati, Cleveland.
I love how you call that
and
the
then
East
going up
Coast.
to New York.
Yeah,
It is almost the East Coast.
We're almost to Maine. We're going to New York, Boston,
Okay.
Lennox, but then we're coming back down. So we're
Where are
just
you
gonna
playing in
stop
Boston?
short of you.
What's your Lennox gig?
City Winery. We're playing
Okay.
in Boston, and with Lennox, although this is still not this is not 100% confirmed yet, but we're gonna do. Johnny Irian has a series there,
Awesome.
and we'll be getting in on that action.
Yeah.
As soon
Okay,
as we
great.
figure out the details, we'll let you know.
And that's coming right up. So like February, March.
That's
and
going to be first week of March.
First week of
First or
March.
second week of March.
Sweet. And then y'all are gonna. I know you're gonna be. You're gonna be down in Austin, correct, for South by?
No, we're not going to South by because
Okay.
we're leaving for Spain the weekend of South by.
Oh my God! Tell us about that. What's up in Spain?
I know. I did
We
this.
don't know.
Probably
Go
sunshine.
No, I did a tour in Spain like right before the world shut down with this great
Yep.
promoter.
I remember
and so
that.
He's bringing us back as Side Pony, and it's
Excellent.
like we're doing I think 7 dates total all over Spain. And I
Awesome.
gotta say, like last time I went there, it was one of the best tours I've ever had in my life. Like just lines around the block to come see these shows, and so we are so looking forward to getting over there. We're hiring a Spanish band, which is exciting and terrifying. And
Wonderful.
And
Oh my
we're-
God, that's
And
awesome.
practico amos nuestro español juntos mucho
we're gonna
en el car.
yeah.
Your Spanish is gonna get a workout
Yeah.
while you're
Yeah.
over there, and you're gonna come home feeling like you still don't know anything, and then you're gonna realize you know a whole lot more than when you left.
It's true. It's
Yeah.
true. So then
Maybe
we go.
won't come back.
I know.
Maybe
Except
you
we
won't
have
come
some
back. Okay.
We have some shows booked, so Alice will tell you about. So never mind.
No,
We're coming back.
I will say if there's some place that I could not come home from, it's Spain.
Oh,
It is
wow.
gorgeous. But then we go from Spain to the UK, and we're doing another like week and a half in the UK,
Awesome.
and then we come home for like a week, and then we're going to the Midwest, no, California first. We're going back to Southern California. We're playing a festival in San Diego. Then we're going to the Upper Midwest. We're doing like
Wisconsin.
Minnesota, Wisconsin, Chicago.
We're going up above the 45th parallel, which is where they say that you have to live now in the next, the coming years. We should all be trying to find somewhere to live there because
well,
it's
maybe
the
we'll be
only
looking
place that will have water and won't be on fire.
I don't know exactly where that cutoff is, but there's room here in Portland if you ever decide you want to come on up. We'll make you feel right at home, and let's start a record label or something. Okay.
Yeah, actually, I think
No,
everybody in Maine
or bring
ought to
Mule
figure it
Kick. Let's bring Mule Kick.
out. Great. Bring the whole
Yeah,
roster.
we'll just relocate. Let's
Totally.
do it.
Totally.
I mean,
Doesn't
We've got
Lori
beaches.
McKenna
We've
live
got
there,
snow.
Does Lori McKenna live in Maine, Portland, Maine?
I don't know. I think she might be in Boston.
Okay, never
but
mind.
There's a whole mess of people squirreled away up in Maine that I don't know about because they come here to hide. It's a great place to hide out. Just so
Right.
Did
you
you
know.
ever see that Amy Schumer skit where she's like, and I'm going to go open a bakery in Maine? It's like the ultimate dream.
It's the
We
ultimate
all
dream.
just want to live in Portland, Maine and have a bakery or a little radio show or.
Totally.
Well, I don't know how little it is. I didn't mean to.
Oh, it's Portland, Maine. The metropolitan Portland, Maine is about 65,000 people. So it's technically a city, but just Maine is kind of like one big town. The way Greg Brown talks about Iowa, it's kind of like that. It's about 1.5 million people. Whole mess of moose and about 32 billion trees or something like that. And and the greater
I feel like that was just a whole chorus that you just said. Intact.
Okay, thank you, because I'll go back
one
and watch
long
the
town.
show. When I review the show later, I will extract that. Thank you for pointing that out.
Sure. A whole mess of moose. And, it's good.
I should write that to explain Maine to people, being like, yes, 34 or like 64 billion pine trees. And you.
Yeah, and you.
So much oxygen, you just don't even know what to do with it.
That's right. That's right. Come up here. Come on up.
No,
Come on
I would love
up.
to come to Maine. I know.
All
I've
right.
never been up there. And
Okay,
So we
so-
will have to make a side pony tour stop at some point. to come visit
Absolutely,
you.
absolutely. And by then, you're going to be, one Longfellow Square's up here. Wonderful. Anyway, we'll talk venues and stuff like that. I'll help you get the lay of the land and what's up.
Yeah.
If you can't figure it out all by your lonesome, I'd be happy to help with that process. Anyway,
Love it.
it's 11:30, and we have talked about a whole lot of stuff. And I'm feeling like it's time for another song. What do you think?
We could do another song.
Do another song.
Do another song.
Yeah. Should we do
I'll
our
let you call it.
Should we do our mermaid anthem?
Would you like to hear a song that's not at all about social injustice or equality, but just mermaids strictly?
I think mermaids are awesome. I think we should totally do the mermaid song. I'm excited.
Yes. While Caitlin and I were, keeping ourselves sane during the pandemic by writing songs, we also became mermaids. And then, we felt that mermaids were an underrepresented topic in songs.
Yep.
Yeah, totally.
And that they just like get a bad rap. Like everybody just thinks that, they have it really easy because of their, whole like, living in the ocean thing and being pretty and breathing underwater and dating hot mermen.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
like,
or sailors.
yeah,
Right?
but they just don't really know how hard it is because they've never swam a mile in our fins.
Yeah, you never swam a mile in our fins. All right, let's hear it, girls. Let's do this.
1, 2, 3, 4. I've got a little secret, I've always had to keep it. Don't know how long, but long enough. The centuries keep adding up. If anyone discovered this, they'd sell me to the circuses or lock me up inside a zoo, just like my poor old friend Shamu. So I've been hiding in plain sight, making sure that I stay dry, declining invitations to parties and vacations, barbecue or birthday bash by swimming pools where I'll get splashed and risk exposing what I am and get deported from the land. Still waters run deep, you can't always see it when somebody's hurting. It takes the bravest face to bear the weight of the heaviest burden. Cut me and I'll bleed, I'm still a person. We're not all that different under the surface. History's not been kind to us. We shipwrecked brave Odysseus. Beware the siren song of old, as if we feed on sailor souls. Columbus thought he saw us to a man so easily confused, mistaking us for manatees. It's more like Daryl Hennessy. But my legs don't go on for days. When I come over, I can't stay for caviar, expensive wine. Pisces isn't just my sign, but who could ever understand why I sleep on kelp and sand, a good book and a bubble bath, and I become my better half. Still waters run deep, you can't always see it when somebody's hurting. It takes the bravest face to bear the weight of the heaviest burden. Cut me and I'll bleed, I'm still a person. We're not all that different under the surface. Under the surface. Under the surface.
Oh yeah, Side Pony here on Postcards. Oh my goodness, that's a great song.
Thanks.
Wow, you're knocking it out of the park. I haven't heard I don't think there's a bad song in the lot. That's just
We'll
what
try
I'm
to
going
play
to
you a bad
say.
one next time.
Yeah.
Okay,
Next
yeah.
one's
Can you
gonna
work
be
on
terrible.
that? No, and I just want to say, it's like, it's not a small thing to write a song that good, and I'm just grateful that y'all found each other, and this collaboration has produced songs, a record, tours, and not to mention these incredible harmonies. It is, it's something that during the pandemic I've had not enough of, and I'm looking forward this year to getting back to it. So thank you for being a part of that.
Wow.
Thank you, Jenny.
Yeah. Oh my God. So your record Lucky Break came out in October on Mule Kick Records. And I know those cats, KP, Adrian, and the whole crew. And I actually met you the first time, Alice, when my last record came out in 2018. I came down to Austin, and there was the Rebel Road show that was going on, and it was front to back, incredible acts, and I went last and capped off the evening, and it was such a great experience for me. It was a new experience for me, and so that is maybe you can tell us a little bit about Mule Kick. I mean, because that record label kind of grew up as a part of a larger community of artists. That's been my observation from up here in the northeast corner.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I've been working with KP for years, and she's always been just somebody who's really brought a lot of people together. And yeah, it was Rebel Road with KP and Adrian, and that kind of morphed into Mule Kick, but they've always just been so good at like creating community, going to South by and putting on big shows, coming to Americana Fest and inviting all these different artists from around the country, and with kind of an eye towards California country, because that's where it started.
Right.
But now KP lives out here in Nashville as well, and we live out here, and we're trying to convince Adrian maybe she'll get over here at some point too, but
The lure.
but yeah, and they really started Mule Kick originally because they started doing this documentary about the Palomino Club.
Oh yes, that's right.
And
That's right.
the Palomino Club used to be called the Mule Kick, and that's where the name comes from.
Wow,
And
cool.
so they're working on this fantastic documentary that's, I think, going to be out in the next couple years. I'm not exactly sure what the dates are, but
They just have such big stuff going on too. Like the KP and Adrian's bands are both on the label. Is that
Right.
true? Okay. 'Cause I
Right,
know
and the
that
Hawthorns are going to be
Adrian's-
on. I'm sorry to interrupt. They're going to be on this show the day before the record comes out, so we get a chance to
great.
visit
Yeah.
with them. Yeah,
They're
I'm
doing
looking
great.
forward to
They're
it.
like already are on the Americana charts, and
Yeah.
Adrian's band, they just signed with Atomic. So it's like they're two powerhouse women who like lead this label. So when they were going to put Side Pony on, we were like, oh, this is like a pretty good match, because
Yeah.
they're sort of like a very inspiring.
yeah.
Both very inspiring personalities, both very different personalities, kind of just like me and Alice.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's great
Yeah.
to work with. Yeah, just some really
synergy.
ambitious,
Yeah,
talented
Synergy.
women.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
That's the word I was looking for.
yeah, totally. Well, listen, it's 11:40, and I know if you're just joining us, this is Postcards. We're talking with Alice Wallace and Caitlin Cannon of Side Pony. Please do follow them. Do all the things you do on the interwebs. There's their website, and you can also support them through Alice's Patreon, which is patreon.com/Alice Wallace. I know that y'all are we're gonna get one more song out of you, if we may, before you leave, and because I know you've got places to go, things to do. We're so excited. I mean, Emily and I, thank you, Emily Hansen, for booking y'all. She does all our
Emily.
booking here at Postcards, and just so thrilled. I've been looking forward to this, and anybody. Follow them on all the things so that you can go hear this sound live that you're about to hear here on Postcards. So good luck. I'm so excited. I'll be ordering your vinyl record. I'm building up my vinyl record collection. Y'all are going to be in it, and good luck with all of it. Have a blast in all the travels, and I'll catch you when I can.
Yay.
Awesome.
I know, this has been so great. Well, now we just have to figure out what song we want to do. We could do heels. We could do all the time in the world. We could do.
Let's do heels.
Okay. This is the song that's about to have a music video coming out in the next couple weeks. And we do enjoy singing this one.
This one's got all the good jokes in it.
Yeah.
It seems like we do have a large
We love
female
jokes.
audience. I've been seeing some of the comments. They're kind of far away and hard to
Yeah.
read. But
Actually,
But,
right quick before you play, let me just do one thing. Let me just say hello to a couple people. Eldenhurst, Penny Jo Polis has joined us.
Hi, Penny
and
Jo.
we also had a hello from Linda Baker. And we've had a nice little posse of listeners here.
cool.
Thanks for being on Postcards, kids.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
When I was young, I learned some things from televisions and movie screens.
A woman had to play it small to make her man feel big and tall.
And though we know today all that is really just absurd,
These kinds of lessons aren't easy to unlearn.
like if you wanna please a man, put on your shortest skirt, have dinner on the table after you get home from work.
To hang on to a man, they say you shouldn't be too smart, and you shouldn't be so tall that you don't fit under his arm.
But I won't take my heels off for you, the way I've been expected to do.
A busy woman ain't got time to change her shoes, and I won't take my heels off for you. If you want to keep a man, you gotta listen to him talk. And while he's pontificating, just make sure to smile and nod. Let him educate you on all the finer points of drywall installation and things you both enjoy.
And if you wanna keep a man, don't you correct him when he's wrong. He doesn't take directions, what he takes is twice as long. To hang on to a man, sometimes you have to let him win until he stripped you down to nothing and he wants to go all in. But I won't take my heels off of you, the way I've been expected to do.
A busy woman ain't got time to change her shoes, and I won't take my heels off for you.
I won't take my heels off of you, the way I've been expected to do.
A busy woman ain't got time to change her shoes, and I won't take my
Heels off of you, the way I've been expected to do.
A busy woman ain't got time to change her shoes, and I won't take my heels off for you. I won't take my heels off for you. I won't take my heels off for you.
Heck yeah. You know, I could talk to you for another hour, but I know you got to go. So thank you, Side Pony, for being here. Please do follow them, all the places, and have fun and good luck with everything. Thanks again for making the time, and good luck with all your stuff that's coming up. And we'll see you.
Thanks so much, Jenny. We'll see you soon somewhere.
Yeah, you got it. All right. Lots of love to you both. Oh, yeah. Thanks for being here. Bye. Well, golly, Ned, that was more fun than a box of kittens. Side Pony, they're just incredible. I knew it was going to be a great show, but boy, my heart is full. My spirits are lifted by all that great singing and songwriting and just these lovely women. Thank you for being a part of the show today. And we don't have much to say, but you gotta know there's Around the Sun Again virtual festival happening this Sunday that Side Pony and I and a whole mess of other people are going to be a part of. That's put together by Emily Hanson of Magnolia Roads. You can find it Sunday, February 6th, 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 3 o'clock Nashville time, 1 p.m. on the West Coast, all the very wonderful and important time zones around the place. Magnolia Roads page on Facebook. Go follow that. Go find that. And it's going to be a fundraiser for Tex Chromosome. It's going to be a ton of fun. Go hang out in the chat room where we're going to be clapping and lifting each other up and having a wonderful time. I always feel great after those virtual festivals. So don't miss it. Don't miss it. This coming Sunday, 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 1 o'clock on the West Coast. So I don't know what to do right now except to say thank you. Thank you so much to all our listeners. I'm sorry that if I didn't get to say hello to you or you're listening later, I just want to say thank you so much for listening to Postcards. I do want to give a shout out to my Aunt Marge down in Charlotte, North Carolina, Grandma over in North Goldovia, my dad and mom down in Maryland, my father-in-law Jim Van West, my brother-in-law Peter Van West, and all of y'all, very wonderful listeners around the place who chimed in today. Big thanks to Emily Hansen for doing the booking for Postcards. And we're gonna go out with a song, and thanks again to Side Pony for being on the show. When you're down and you're blue and you don't know what to do, just write a postcard. When you're feeling fine and there's something on your mind, just write a postcard. Don't you know Grandma loves this show? She listens every time. You don't need a reason, you don't need a rhyme to write a postcard to P.O. Box 12552. Just write a postcard. 04098. Just write a postcard to Westbrook, Maine, 'cause Grandma loves this show. Well, thanks, everybody. It's been a real pleasure. Make sure you like and love all of our pages across the place. We've got a YouTube channel to subscribe to. Postcards is right there on YouTube. You can also follow us on Facebook. We really appreciate that because it does help get the family together on Mondays and Thursdays. We'll see you Monday. I'll be back reading the mail on Monday, reading a letter from Grandma, and doing steals and deals. So, see you Monday at 11. Lots of love, everybody. Have a great weekend.